Welcome to another class, Pilates Plus, my 12-week program. Now, before we get started, I just want to do a bit of housekeeping. Whether you're in the gym or at home, please make sure that your work area is nice and clear, free from any trip hazards, and well ventilated. Have some fluids with you, nice warm herbal tea or some water, so you can stay hydrated throughout. The beautiful thing about these follow-alongs is you can pause it if at any point you feel like you need a rest or need to stretch, get a cramp out or something like that, and then join back in. So, without further ado, let's begin with some body awareness. Laying on our backs, legs outstretched, and arms by our side. Feel the connection between your body and the floor. Notice each point that connects your body to the floor. Begin to feel the heaviness of your body sinking into the floor. Now come to notice the breath. Feel the belly rise and fall. Feel the chest rise and fall. Begin to feel the lightness of the body as you bring awareness to your breath. The body is completely relaxed, the mind completely aware. The body is feeling light. Bring awareness to your toes. Envision your toes attached to your left foot. The left big toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, the pinky toe, the left foot, the heel, the sole of the foot, the ankle, the whole of the left foot. Envision the right foot, right big toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, the pinky toe, the right foot, the heel, the sole of the foot, the ankle, the whole of the right foot. Envision both feet together. The left leg, the shin, the calf muscle, the knee, the thigh, the left buttock, the whole left leg, the right leg, the shin, the calf muscle, the knee, the thigh, the right buttock, the whole right leg. Both legs together. Now the hips, the lower back, the middle back, upper back, the whole back, the whole back. Envision the left shoulder, the shoulder blade, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist and hand. Now the right shoulder, the shoulder blade, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist and hand, both arms together, the chest, the ribs, the belly, the whole of the front body, the whole front body. Feel the neck, back of the head, the forehead, left eyebrow, right eyebrow, the space in between the eyebrows, the left eye, the right eye, the left cheek, the right cheek, the jaw, the tongue, the lips, the chin, the throat, the whole of the head, the whole head. Feel the lightness of the whole body together. Relax and feel heavy. Sink into the floor. Relax the whole body. Relax. Feel the body connected to the floor. Feel the awareness of your body. Make small movements with your toes. Relax. Walk your heels to the end of the room, stretching out your legs. Relax. Make small movements with your fingers. Relax. Imagine your shoulders separating from your ears and your arms pulling away from your head. Relax. Imagine a string tied to the crown of your head, pulling away from your shoulders, stretching the neck. Tuck your chin. Relax. Slide your heels in, bringing your feet flat, knees bent. Bring your thumbs to your navel and fingertips to your pubic bone. Pelvic clock. Inhale as you roll the pelvis forwards. Flat spine. Exhale, roll the pelvis backwards. Arch in the lower spine. Continue to roll forwards and backwards, bending and flexing the spine, increasing the articulation and warming up your lower back. Feel a slight core engagement as you roll the pelvis forwards, creating that flat spine. And I want you to focus on that engagement of the core, because that's what we need, as you know, throughout the entirety of the class. Good core engagement. Holding that flat spine, keeping the core engaged. I'm going to bring the hands out to the side, creating a T shape, going into hip twists. Rolling to the left, keep shoulder blades down, come up,
and over to the right. Inhale as you come to center, exhale as you rotate. Keep the thighs and the knees together, feet together. Keeping the shoulder blades on the floor is going to help. Keep the rotation and the benefits of this movement in the lower spine, which is where you want to feel this slight stretching sensation, mobilizing the spine. Bring the hips to center, and let's take a block behind our head, going into spine twists. So dropping the hips to the left, and lifting the hand over, coming into a full side laying position. Fingertips to fingertips, and open the chest, keep the hips fixed, stretching out the arms. Inhale to close, exhale to open. Sometimes I use 2 blocks, it just means there's more surface area for my head to rotate. Feel free to do the same with cushions or blocks if you have them. We're going to open the arms, hold in a start position, and change sides. Beautiful, nice controlled movement. Feel the rotation through the mid-spine as we open up and hold. Bring the hips to center. Take the support from behind your head, and we're going to open the thighs, bringing the feet to hip width, and pop the block in between the thighs. Roll the pelvis, flat spine. Heel slides with arm floats, extending the arms overhead and legs out. Slide the heels back in as you breathe in and out. Heels in, feet flat, knees bent, pressing arms down to the mat. Nice control through the movement. Synchronize the movement of your hands and legs, so as your arms fully extend overhead, so too do your legs fully extend outwards. So as we are extending the arms overhead, we're keeping the shoulders nice and stable. Same thing with the pelvis. As you slide out and back in. Last one. Bringing the arms down by your side, feet flat and knees bent. Let's take the cushion or block from between the thighs. Just place it to one side. Grab behind. Bring the arms past your hips. And we're rolling up, bringing the legs into tabletop, curling up through the spine and the crown of your head, rolling down, reversing the movement. So you can choose to have the blocks in between the thighs still, if you find it provides more stability and support. Curling up and down. Alternatively, you can remove the blocks and keep the hips open, knees hip width apart. Keep the neck long and chin tucked as you curl up and down, reaching further past your hips. each time. Last one. Hold, grab behind the thighs, and we're going to come up into a seated position with our feet flat on the floor, knees bent at the front edge of our mat. Grabbing behind the thighs, coming into a C curve. Deep breath in. As we exhale, roll the pelvis forwards, feel the belly button pull into the lower spine. So we're pulling the belly button downwards, curling through the lower spine, creating this C curve through our entire spine. Neck long, chin tucked, open the chest and elongate the spine. Nice tall posture. Breathe in to C curve. Breathe out, straight spine. Relax shoulder. This is a seated cat-cow. If you want to refer to a movement, so you understand the movement pattern. Roll pelvis forwards, roll pelvis backwards. Last one. Holding this slight C curve as we roll down. Extending the legs and arms overhead, coming to a roll up. Flex feet, reach through the crown of your head, keep the core engaged as you reach past your heels. Rolling up through the spine, C curve, roll down onto the floor. Roll up, spine stretch. And roll down. Each time reaching a little bit further. Remember, rolling up through the crown. Spine stretch, reaching through the top of your head. Last one. We're going to roll up, finishing in a seated position. And final spine stretch. And come up to a seated position, bending the knees. Bringing your feet flat on the floor. And you want your feet hip width apart. Grabbing behind the thighs, nice and tall through your spine to start. C curve, hold, shifting onto our tailbone, lifting our feet off the floor. Bring the legs into tabletop as we hold this open leg rocker position. Nice deep breath, rolling like a ball, keeping the core engaged, allowing the mat to massage our spine. If you go too far, that's okay to use your toes for a little bit of stability and support. We're going to do one more and hold the balance. From this point, I want you to release the hands if you're comfortable to do so, and you can maintain this shape. This is where we'll be taking our open leg rocker as we combine our two moves together, the roll up and the open leg rocker. Return feet to the floor, come up to a seated position and roll down. Extend arms overhead, flex feet, legs nice and long. So we're going to come into a roll up, pull the knees in, open leg rocker. Extend the legs, reverse, roll down to the ground. Roll up and down. So extending the legs out and rolling down. Try and make the movement nice and smooth. Using your core to roll down. For your next one, come up into balance and hold. Roll like a ball. Come up to balance and roll down. So nice blending of two movements. Last one. Rolling down. Big stretch through the arms overhead. Push the heels down to the end of the room, stretching the legs. Deep breath in. Circle the hands around to your side. Pull your heels into your bum. So feet hip width apart. Engage the core, rolling that flat back. Lifting through the hips, coming into shoulder bridge, extending the arms overhead. Hips all the way up, spine straight. Roll down, pressing arms to the mat. Exhale, roll up. Overhead reach and down. And up. And down. Beautiful. 6 more. For 5. And down. Up for 4. And down. Up for 3. And down. Beautiful work. Almost there for 2. For the last one, we're going to hold. Staying up. Big extension overhead. Taking the left foot off the ground. Knee bent. Keeping the hips up. And we're working through a range of movement. For 1. 2. 3. 4. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. 5. 6. 7. 8. Beautiful work. Keep the strong core. Last one and 10. Return foot to the floor. Switch sides. Up and down for 1. Keep the hips nice and steady. You're doing good. For 2. 3. Don't let the hips drop. If they do, just realign yourself. 4. For 5. This is hard work. For 6, but this is what we've been working towards. 8. Beautiful work. Stay with the breath. 9. Last one. And 10. With control, rolling down through the upper spine, mid-spine, and lower spine. Grab behind the thighs and just roll into your chest. Lift the chest into your thighs for a little bit of a stretch. Relax the shoulders. Return to the breath. We're doing good. Beautiful work. Let's release the right leg and extend, taking the left leg, pulling the chest into the shoulder and into the thighs, and pulling the thighs into the chest. Scissor stretch. Deep breath in as you exhale. Release and switch for 1. Release and switch for 2. For 3. For 4. For 5. For 6, doing well. Pulling further into the chest, feeling the stretch through the back of the thighs. 2 more. For 9 and 10. Pull both thighs in. Lift the chest into the thighs. Thighs to chest. Return to your breath. Exhale and roll down. So keeping the core engaged. Spine nice and flat on the mat. Let's take both legs back up, nice and straight. So double leg circles. You do have the bent knee variation, which I'll demonstrate as we circle the legs out, keeping the spine nice and long on the mat. Start small and then gradually make it bigger. Bent knee, hip circles, right here. So less load on the lower back. Makes it easier to keep the core engaged. Straight leg variation adds a little bit more of a challenge. Make the circles bigger gradually. but keep the back flat on the floor, core engaged. And let's change direction, gradually making the circles bigger, finding a comfortable, challenging level that suits you. Legs nice and straight. And let's do one more. And pull the thighs into the chest, lift the chest to your thighs. Deep breath in, exhale, and release. Bringing the legs into tabletop. A reverse crunch. So curling through the lower spine, flattening the back, and then lifting the tailbone up off the floor, rolling it off, coming back into tabletop as you roll down. Breathe in to roll up, into the lower abs, and out to roll down. Let's do 10 of these for 10, 9, 8. Try and keep tension out of your shoulders for 6. Just working through the lower abs. For 5, so we're not using the legs for momentum. For 4, loads of control through this movement. For 3, 2, and 1. Return feet to the floor, and we're going to come up onto our forearms and extend the legs. So into a reverse plank. Let's do a modification along with a full reverse plank. So legs extended and feet hip width apart. Elbows beneath your shoulders and pull the shoulders back. Neck nice and long, chin tucked so we're not poking the shoulders or the neck forwards. Spine straight, engage the core. Lifting through the hips into a reverse plank. Holding. Deep breath in as you exhale, roll down. And up. So your modification and down. Bending the right foot, right leg, and pressing through the left. Using the right foot for a little bit of support as we extend through the hips. Last one, then we switch leg if you're doing a modification. Lifting through the hip, pushing through that right heel, through that extended leg. Feel the glutes, working, calves, your lower back, your core, your upper back, all helping to stabilize. Last one, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep the hips up nice and high, 4, 3, 2, and 1, rolling down. Coming into a side laying position. So full side laying position, rest your head in your hands, shoulders and hips stacked, core engaged. We're taking both legs, nice and long, feet flexed off the ground. Side leg lift. So you can use your free hand for a little bit of support on the floor. You want your fingertips down, palms up. Side leg lift, top leg lift up, rotate out, and back down for 1, 2. Keep the core engaged the whole way through. For 3, 4, 5, with control, 6, stay with the breath, 7, 8, keep that bottom leg lifted, 9, last one, and 10. Let's take the top leg up a little bit, and we're going to bring the bottom leg to meet. For 1, inner thigh leg lift. For 2, 3, make sure your shoulders haven't rolled back or your hips, keep good alignment. For 4, try Try and get the calf muscles and the ankles to meet. For 6, you're doing so well, keep going. For 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Lower both legs down. Coming into side laying scissors, point both feet and take them off the ground slightly. We're going to slide the bottom leg back and the top leg forwards for 1, and switch for 2. Keep the hips nice and stable. 4, keep the hips stacked on top of one another. Same thing with your shoulders. You might want to rotate backwards through the shoulders and forwards through the hips. We're trying to stop that rotation through the spine there. All that stability we want. So we're just working through the core and the legs. Last one. Bring the legs together and drop them down. We're going to take the top leg in front of the back leg and stagger our stance. We're coming up onto our forearms for a side laying bridge. Side laying position, core engaged as we lift through the hips, extend the arms or the arm overhead. Big reach coming down, outer thigh or outer calf touches the floor, and lift again for 1. Let's do 10 of these, nice and strong. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for 7. Doing very well. Keep that side laying position. Good alignment. So we finish off with 1 more. All the way up, nice and high, and come all the way down. Let's change side. So we're coming into our side laying leg kick, side laying leg lift again. So legs extended, hips and shoulders stacked. Lift both legs off the ground. Top leg lift, rotate up and out, and bring back down to meet the bottom leg for 1, 2, for 3, 4. Keep that bottom leg off the ground, especially the calf muscle. For 5, for 6, for 7, almost there. 8, keep the core engaged. For 9 and 10. Let's take that top leg up a little higher. Inner thigh leg lift for 1, 2, stay with the breath. 3, and you're not lifting through the ankle, you're lifting through the inner thigh. For 4, 5, these are getting tough. 6, keep that top leg elevated a little bit more. 7, just a little bit above parallel. 8, give yourself a challenge. 9, last 1, and 10. Drop both legs down. Momentary rest as we come into our scissors. Point the toes, taking our legs off the ground just a little bit, keep the core engaged, and slide the top leg forwards, bottom leg backwards for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice control. Keep that steadiness through the core, that stability through the spine. 8, 9, and 10. Legs back together. Drop down, front leg, top leg in front of the bottom leg. And come up onto your forearm. Forearms at a right angle to the body. Coming into our side bridge. Lift through the hips, extend through the arms for 1. Halfway down, just the shins touch the ground. And lift for 2. For 3. 4. Can you see week on week how everything's coming together? We just keep building on the fundamentals, getting stronger in these movements. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Coming all the way down. Roll over onto your belly. Tuck your chin, bring your forehead down to the mat. Thighs together. Hands just outside of your shoulders. Pressing through the palms, keeping the core tight, coming into this 3/4 press up position. We're taking the back leg, left leg extending back and lifting up, keeping the core engaged, spine straight, and hips parallel to the ground. Performing our Pilates press up, elbows brush past the ribs, dropping the chest to the ground, and pressing through the chest and arms for 1. Keeping the leg pulled back for 2, in line with the crease of our buttocks. 4, 5, doing good, nice and strong. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Return your knee to the floor and come into child's pose while I secure my mic. Into child's pose, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, stretching through the hips, relaxing the shoulders, and breathe in, come back up into your 3/4 press up position, taking the opposite leg back and up. Another 10, dropping the chest to the ground. Exhale as you press for 1. 2, keeping the core nice and strong. For 3, working through the arms, working through the chest. For 4, for 5. Check in with yourself. Is your core still engaged? Are you still in correct alignment? As we finish off for 2 more. Last one. Bringing our knees down to the ground into child's pose. Into child's pose, breathing in, returning to your breath. Breathe in. Let's come onto our bellies, forehead down on the ground. Chin tucked, hands just outside of your shoulders. Engage the core, thighs and feet together. As we exhale, press through the chest, driving the elbows back, coming into swan prep position. Rolling down to the ground as you inhale, keeping the chin tucked. Exhale, press through the palms, driving the elbows back and up into swan position. Final time, we're going to hold as we press and hold this swan position. We're going to attempt a single swan dive. And as I do it slow so you can see it to start, we want to keep the thighs and the feet together and this nice curve through our back. And as we release the hands, we roll onto our bellies, our legs peel off the ground, and we come back into our swan prep position. So let's do 3 with our hands down, starting from the floor, forehead on the mat, chin tucked, hands just outside the shoulders, thighs and feet together. Engage your core. Press through the palms, peeling the chest off the ground, coming into a swan prep and hold. Deep breath in as you exhale, Roll forwards onto your torso and come back up. Deep breath in, exhale, and repeat. So keeping this back extension position to maintain our shape so we get that smooth curve. Last one. And come up, rolling down. Shifting back into child's pose. Take a moment to shake out the shoulders, your triceps, stretch out your lower back. Deep breath in. Let's come back into this front laying position as we attempt the Swan Dive with no hands. So feel free to pause the video and rewind to try and do the first modification. Or join in as you press through the palms, peeling the chest off the ground. Release the hands for a single Swan Dive. We'll do 3 singles. And 1 more to finish off. And shifting back into child's pose. Return to your breath. Relax the shoulders, your lower back. Breathe in, come up into tabletop position, flexing the feet and raising the hips as we come into downward dog, stretching through the back of the thighs, opening up the chest and lengthening the back. Deep breath in, exhale, breathe in, transition into hover, knees 2 inches off the ground in tabletop, breathe in, come back to downward dog, deep breath in, exhale, come into hover, and back into downward dog. Inhale. Last time, exhale, come into hover. Inhale to downward dog and hold. And come down into tabletop, shift back into child's pose. Relax the shoulders and arms and your lower back. Return to your breath. And come up to a kneeling position. And let's come onto our backs, legs outstretched, and arms by your side. Close your eyes.
Make yourself comfortable with your back flat on the floor. Keep your legs wider than your hips and let your feet fall apart. Bring your arms away from your body, palms facing up, shoulders relaxed and away from your ears. Take a few deep inhales and very long exhalations. Maybe exhale out through the mouth a couple of times. As you are laying down here, notice your breath moving in and out of your body. Let your breath follow its natural cycle. Don't try to control it or send it towards any specific part of the body. Just be aware of how natural it occurs. With each inhalation, experience a sense of expansion, openness in the body. And with each exhalation, a feeling of relaxation and peacefulness. Every time you exhale, let go of any tension in the muscles. Every time you exhale, see if you can let go of the weight in your arms, legs, head, the whole body. Allowing yourself to fully trust the surface you are laying on. You are in a safe place. Laying here, you cannot fall. Nothing bad can happen. It's time to completely let go of any tension left in your body. Every time you exhale, allow yourself to melt a little bit further down into the earth and letting go completely. As you are laying here breathing, noticing the aliveness in your body, the blood flowing into your veins, your heart beating, your breath slow, long, and calm. Scan your body and maybe notice any sensations of warmth or tingling in different areas of your body. Maybe in your hands or your feet. Allowing things to just be as they are. Find a sense of coming home to your body, a sense of everything being connected. Allowing your body to be just as it is, and allowing yourself to be just as you are. You are whole and complete, perfect, breathing, alive. Noticing your breath as it comes in and goes out of your body. Knowing you are breathing. Allowing yourself to be embraced by your own breath. Staying in this state for a few minutes. Allowing the body to feel the full effects and the benefits of the meditation. Very gently, before opening your eyes and starting to move, come back into this room, to your breathing, noticing the breath as it moves in and out through both nostrils, noticing how you are feeling now compared to the beginning of the practice. Maybe noticing a positive change in your body as a result of your practice. Notice a sense of calmness and stillness within, knowing that this sense of calmness and stillness is your normal state, always available to you, whatever is happening around you. You can come back every time you want to by bringing your awareness back to your breathing. Slowly, start bringing movement to your body. Make any movement your body needs to wake up. Roll into your favorite side and pillow your head with your arms, allowing prana energy to flow through your body again. Gently press your hands on the mat and come up, seated with your eyes still closed. Open your eyes, come back into the room. Beautiful work, well done. Thank you very much for joining in this week. I hope to see you in person next class, but if not, I'll join you right here again on the mat for another workout. Until the next time, have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.